Location: Campground Kendallville, in USA. Shape: unknown duration. 3 hours. No of observers. 5 characteristics. Lights on object: changed Colo 2 objects were observed in the eastern sky as well as the southern skies. On August 13th, 14th and 16th, my girlfriend, I and her 3 children observed 2 objects in the sky adjacent to the campground we used during the summer months. The first was massive and closer to us than the second. It was extremely bright in the sky and moved forward and back, slowly. On the 13th, it was very close to us but not close enough to view a shape with the naked eye. It did not display colors with the exception of a bright white light. It was viewed in the eastern sky. The first night, it was very close, but the remaining nights, it was much further away. The second was in the southern skies and displayed flashing red lights. It moved in a strange pattern, forward and back and then up and down. When it was moving forward and back, it was moving in a clear elliptical pattern. Mindful that most UFO sightings are generally planets and stars, we used 2 stars as points of reference. At times, it would be above the plane between the 2 stars and within 10 minutes or so, would transverse to the left, nearly covering the star on the left. Then it would travel to the right, obstructing our view of the star on the right. Within 30 minutes or so it would drop below the plane between the 2 stars we were using as a point of reference. It followed this pattern repeatedly over the next hour. We watched this event on 3 separate nights for a minimum of 1 hour each. On the 15th, the object was not visible. Radar indicated that there was no cloud cover and all stars were visible. It was a very clear night. I spoke to a family friend who works for an aeronautical company and he confirmed the information that I gained from my father. Satellites do not move in a pattern like what we observed. It is physically impossible for a star or planet to display the movements we witnessed. No alcohol or intoxicants were involved during the events and cloud cover was non-existent. I intend on taking a telescope to the campground before the end of the month to see if I can view the objects again. I will file a second report with the new information, along with pictures. It's a sweet telescope.
Occurred, the 1st of July 1973, 22 hours 0 minutes and 0 seconds. Local location: Wolf Lake, in USA. Shape: light duration: 2 to 3 minutes. No of observers. 2 characteristics: lights on object. What I thought was an airplane flying at a distance wasn't an airplane at all. This happened many years ago. A neighbor pounded on my door and asked me to come out and see a UFO. We were on the north shore of High Lake, Noble Company, in looking south. I saw what appeared to be an airplane traveling from east to west at quite a distance. I told my neighbor it was just an airplane. Suddenly it appeared to stop and I told him it was turning and either coming toward us or going away from us. Suddenly it shot upwards, looking like a shooting star, only in the wrong direction, until it disappeared. Assuming it was originally traveling around 350 miles per hour like an airplane would, it had to take off in the upward direction at least 1,500 to 2,500 miles per hour. That was the night I became a believer in UFOs. The only description I can give is that it looked like an airplane at a great distance, but what it did could not be explained by any aircraft I know of.
Occurred, the 9th of June 2023, 18 hours 30 minutes and 0 seconds. Local location: Albion, IN, USA. Location details: near Wolf Lake and Bear Lake. Shape: rectangle. Duration: 5 minutes. No of observers. 3 best describes as a dark gray shipping container floating across the sky. Very obvious dark gray. Best described as shipping container, gliding effortlessly across the pale blue evening sky. Flying around the height you would see a blimp fly. Couldn't hear any noise or see any lights. Just simply looked like a shipping container floating by. Witnessed by 3 people who all saw the exact same thing.
Occurred, the 16th of November 1999, 19 hours 0 minutes and 0 seconds. Local location: Avila, IN, USA. Shape: fireball. Duration: 30 seconds. No of observers. 3 characteristics: left a trail, changed color. 5 police officers on a stakeout in Noble County in Indiana at County Roads 250 and 600, saw a fireball streak from southwest to northeast, from horizon to horizon. 5 police officers on a stakeout saw a fireball come from the southwest horizon and travel northeast to the horizon. 3 of the officers are currently full-time. The other 2 are retired. The object was yellow and green and made no sound. The officers at first thought a flare had been fired because of the brightness of the object. The object passed directly overhead of the 3 full-time officers. The retired officers were approximately a 1/2 mile away from the group of 3.
Occurred the 15th of December 2010, 22 hours 1 minute and 0 seconds. Local location: Kimmel, in, USA. Shape: unknown. Duration: 5 minutes. No of observers. 2 characteristics: lights on object. Driving on Old Road 8 east of US Highway 33. Stopped and watched 3 lights move slowly over US. We were to complete stop. Then they moved off very quickly to the west at EXTREMLY fast speed.